This is the Chase and Sanborn Hour, and this is Don Ameche with greetings from all of us.
Yes, indeed, and greetings from Ameche and McCarthy.
Yes, Charlie. And from Nelson Eddy, whose great baritone voice has made him the nation's favorite singer.
Yes, indeed. Greetings from Eddie and McCarthy.
And from our own W.C. Fields.
Oh, yes. Greetings from McCarthy.
Yeah, perk up, Charlie. And from Dorothy Lamour.
After the bear comes the sweet.
From Robert Armbruster and Edgar Bergen, and, of course, my volunteer assistant, Charlie McCarthy. And our lovely guest, the screen's foremost dramatic actress, Miss Bette Davis. We all hope that you'll enjoy our show and that throughout the week you'll enjoy Chase and Sanborn coffee.
Yes.
Well done.
I had to do that.
Yes, I do.
I think I got something there.
Yeah.
Now the thing is how to get rid of it.
Oh. Don, I don't think I'd be far from right now if I said that Charlie's thoughts are of football and hunting and such now that September's here. Am I right, Charlie?
Yes, you are, Bergen. But it only takes one thing to ruin fall, and that's school.
I suppose so. Yes, of course, that's right. School is starting. Oh, how I remember those days.
Yeah?
Yes. School days, dear old golden rule days.
No. We don't sing that now.
Oh, I see.
That's old-fashioned.
I see. Well, what is the song?
Well, I sing, it goes like this, see. Looky, 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 let's play hooky. Zanzoos, get out of there. All right.
Yes, now, Charlie, now don't tell me that you're going to start cutting school again this fall.
No.
What could be more pleasant than a little red schoolhouse?
Well, personally, I'll take the brown derby. I'll tell you, Bergen, I feel so foolish, getting out of Carol Lombard's car with school books under my arm. Going to 6A. But I shouldn't mind 6A. I should be getting used to it for now.
Mark my words, young man, you will regret your attitude toward school.
Yeah?
Yes. Remember, knowledge is power.
Yeah?
Yes. Now, how are you equipped?
Well, I'm not exactly muscle-bound. I'm just a bundle of nerves, that's all. Just twitching nerves. That's all, just nerves. Twitching.
Yes.
There I go again.
Yes. Well, and also, Charlie, success and education, remember.
Yes.
They work together.
Uh-huh.
They go hand in hand.
That's the trouble. They're ganging up on me.
Let me quote Mr. Mann. A human being is not in any proper sense a human being till he is educated.
I resent that.
No, it's not. No, for instance, look at Don Ameche.
Yeah? Well, I am looking at him. So what?
Well, do you think that his talents came by accident?
I don't know.
Do you think he just walked into a broadcasting studio and said, I'm going to be an actor, or I am an actor?
Yeah?
Do you think so?
I don't know.
Well, you can be sure that something happened before that.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, you mean his old man said, go to work?
No. No, I mean schooling and studying.
Oh, you're back at that stuff again.
Yes. Don, Charlie would like your opinion on school and education. You see, Don is a graduate of Wisconsin.
Is that true, Mr. Ameche?
Indeed it is, Charlie. Study is the salvation of mankind. The young man of today should be grateful that opportunity knocks, where before was only indolence and inactivity.
Do tell.
Book learning. Well, I never looked at it just that way. In fact, I still can't see it. Would you advise me to go to school, Mr. Ameche?
I'm awfully glad you asked me that, Charlie. Very, very glad.
You are?
Yes.
Doesn't take much to make him happy, does it?
My happiest hours have been spent among my books.
Did you ever read Dead-Eye Dick, the Demon of Dakota?
No, Charlie, I can't say that I did.
Well, you haven't spent your happiest hours yet. There's no reason for not reading it. It only costs a dime.
Charlie, if you want another example, look at Dorothy Lamour.
I'll be glad to do that. If Dorothy was my teacher, I'd stay after school every day.
Yes, I know. Oh, Dorothy, I wish you'd talk to Charlie. You seem to have a little influence with him. He doesn't want to go to school this fall.
Well, Charlie, if you go to school, I promise to help you with your homework.
Oh.
You can come over to my house evenings and we can have discussions and debates.
Uh-huh. We can study a little too, can't we?
Charlie, you're so cute.
Oh, Duffer. Oh, life is sweet. I forget all my studies for that.
Yes, well, play. That's all you think of.
Yes.
Don't you ever think of the higher things?
You mean tall girls?
No. No, I'm still speaking of education.
Oh, you are?
Yes. Haven't the examples of Don and Dorothy, haven't they impressed you?
Well, yes, they have. I bet you feel sorry that you didn't go, Mr. Bergen.
Wait a minute. I want you to know that I studied at Northwestern Medical School.
You did?
Yes.
You mean the college for doctors and physicians?
No, physicians.
Yes. Physicians? Physicians and surgeons? No.
Surgeons.
Yes. Surgeons and fishes.
No.
Yes. Forget it. All right. Well, say, why aren't you a doctor then?
Well, after 2 years of study, I felt that my talents ran along other lines.
Oh, I see. You flunked out, huh? No.
You think you're pretty cute, don't you?
Yes.
But consider the years to come, young man.
Uh-huh.
What will you be 50 years from now?
62.
No.
After all, why should I learn a lot of stuff like Latin? I never intend to go there.
It isn't what you learn that's so important, Charlie. It's learning to think.
Oh, so that's it.
Yes. That's why you have mathematical problems such as if X plants 20 rows of potatoes and at the end of each row he puts up a marker.
Oh, X marks the spot.
Yeah, no.
Well, who is X?
Well, X is hypothetical.
Oh, that is too bad. He shouldn't be working.
Well, but now remember, Y works twice as fast as X.
Well, he's feeling good.
Well, that helps.
Why don't you get rid of X?
Well, maybe we will. But why?
No, X.
All right. Now, let's take another problem.
Why don't you plant tapioca?
Well, tapioca wouldn't grow.
Well, then we wouldn't have to bother picking it.
All right. Suppose you have 3 cows. If the second cow gives twice as much milk as the first cow, and the third cow gives half as much milk as the first and the second cow give together, how much milk would you pick, or which cow would you pick?
Well, you didn't help that any, did you? I might go so far as to say that you ruined it.
All right.
I imagine I'll hear more about this. You can't pin it on me.
All right.
Well, let's go back to where we were.
Yes. The 3 cows.
Yes.
Now, which one would you pick?
Well, personally, I'd work out a parlay on all 3.
You would. Have I made no impression on you with what I've said about education?
Yes, you have, Mr. Bergen. You've got me thinking.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
And what are you thinking?
I think I'll still go to the Brown Derby. Betty, I am ready. When I see you, I'm unsteady.
Now, remember, Charlie, behave yourself. Miss Davis is a dignified young lady and a fine actress.
Do you take me for a cad? Do you regard me as a bounder?
Well, I remember what you've done in the past.
Put your mind at rest, Bergen. I shall treat Miss Davis with the respect that one great artist gives another.
Is that a promise?
A word of honor, old chap.
Yes, very well, then.
Yes.
Miss Davis?
Yes, Mr. Bergen?
Charlie admires your work greatly and wants to meet you.
And I've always wanted to meet him.
Well,
welcome, Miss Davis. Welcome indeed. Thrice welcome.
You overwhelm me, Mr. McCarthy.
That's not a bad idea.
now, Charlie.
No. I was carried away, Bergen. Carried away. No offense, Miss Davis.
Oh, no offense, Mr. McCarthy.
Miss Davis, your performance tonight was no less than superb.
Are you flattering to all the girls you meet, Mr. McCarthy?
Oh, no. Girls may come and girls may go, but Davis is ever in my heart.
You're very kind, Mr. McCarthy.
Nothing, have I? Miss Davis, I simply adored your picture. I sit on Bergen's knee, but I worship at your feet.
You touch me deeply, Mr. McCarthy. And may I add that I have found your antics constantly amusing?
Compared to your art, I am only a buffoon. A thing of rags and tatters.
Yes, but under your mask, I am sure something deeper lies.
Oh, lies and lies and lies and lies.
You know, you have a certain pathos, the spirit of Pagliacci.
You mean Pagliacci wants a cracker? No. Oh, I shouldn't do those things.
With your acting, you should go far, Mr. McCarthy.
Oh, thank you.
The farther, the better.
Oh, how far can I go, Miss Davis? Charlie? Your promise, yes. No offense, Miss Davis.
Oh, no offense, Mr. McCarthy.
No. What would you say, Miss Davis, if I told you I thought you were a honey? Charlie. I won't say it, Bergen. A promise is a promise. All right.
Frankly, I'd like it, Mr. McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
If you hadn't promised Bergen.
I might ask you to meet me at luncheon tomorrow, Miss Davis, if I was allowed to say it, but you know how it is.
I'd be glad to go, if you hadn't promised Bergen.
Yes. You know, I'd ask you for a date tonight if I hadn't promised Bergen. No, that, Charlie. All right. Scram, Bergen, will you scram? I have a little hideaway in the hills, Betty. I'd take you there, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth.
And I'd be glad to go, and ditto, and ditto, and ditto.
Oh, Charlie, remember. Oh, will you scram, Bergen? And under the stars, Betty, I would tell you how wonderful you are. If I hadn't promised Bergen.
Now, remember, Charlie? Oh, scram, Bergen. Miss Davis, I really ought to warn you.
Scram, Bergen.
Are you good at charades, Don?
Oh, yes, Bill.
I'll make a game out of it. I'll speak a sentence containing clues to the title of the new picture. New picture's Paramount. William LeBaron, chief of... Fine fella, Don. He owns a lot of horses. Keeps livery stable or something.
Oh.
Can I guess too, Mr. Field?
You're out. Don't bother me, Charles. Go take a nap under a falling axe. I played the part of a lunatic in the picture, too, Don.
Did you sleep under a crazy quilt, Mr. Field?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dear, yeah. Did I sleep under a crazy quilt? Yeah, Charles, I shudder to think of you spending your old age in a beaver dam.
No wonder. No wonder Mr. Field's nose looks like a flame. He's an alcohol burner.
Very good, Charles. Charles, the world is getting tired of little people. By the way, my new picture is part to you, Charles. You walk into a flaming forest fire.
Yeah, but Bill, Charlie can't walk.
That'll be all right. I can slow him in.
There he goes. Kicks me around the place like a football.
Charles, someday I'll spread your legs apart and use you for goalposts.
Bill, you know, I think you could make something out of Charlie.
Yeah, they'll shove him into a hula skirt. Hold it, Paramount, here I come, action, camera, shoot. I love Bolivia.
Lights, action, camera, shooting. Loves Bolivia. Thank you, Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy, and thank you very much. Buddy, love is certainly taking the country by storm.
Yes, love and chasing Sanborn.
Yeah, that's right, Charlie. Say, how are your September sales doing?
Sailing right along. Did you see my picture in the American Weekly today, Mr. Nietzsche?
Yes, Charlie, and a very handsome picture it was, too.
Well, why shouldn't it be? It was a picture of me.
Yeah, and I saw Bill Field's picture, too.
Oh, yes. They almost had to take an extra page for his nose. But go on, Mr. Nietzsche. Tell the world how our Chasing Sanborn sale is going on.
All right, Charlie.